Hello, this is Endo, and welcome one and all to the legendary STATUSRing, a circuit steeped in history and regarded as the crown jewel of Stormworks racetracks. This iconic track holds a special place in the hearts of the Stormworks community. It's more than just tarmac and turns, it's a monument to our shared love for speed and competition. Let's turn our attention now to today's headline act, Carnivore. Not only is he a promising contender on the circuit, he's also the architect behind this iconic track. Having clocked an impressive qualification time, he's our clear forerunner for today, and when the creator steps in the ring, you can bet he'll not be racing just with speed, but with a deep, intimate knowledge of every twist and turn. Next up, we have Gluten, a formidable competitor. His podium might still be waiting for him, but don't let that fool you. Gluten has proven to be a tough contender, and it's only a matter of time before his tenacity translates to a win. We're also thrilled to have Victor join us today, a seasoned driver and a name already etched into the winners list. He's always one to watch when the engines roar to life. Adding another layer to today's exhilarating lineup is a long-standing rivalry that simmers between two phenomenal teams. Team Aries, featuring the dynamic duel of Scotty and Victor, and the formidable Team Starstruck, boasting talents like Puff and Jan Christian. They're here, they're revved up, and they're ready to burn rubber. The STATUSRing is renowned not just for its history, but for its challenging layout. The notorious S-curve of this circuit has been the bane of many, while the pros sees them as opportunity to edge ahead. Keep your eyes peeled to see how our drivers tackle these strategic challenges today. So buckle up and brace yourselves. History, rivalry, strategy, and pure unadulterated speed all converge here at the STATUSRing. May the best driver win. The lineup from yesterday's excellent qualification rounds is impressive. Scotty and El Guacho, while not the fastest, performed admirably. Sladakino and BD108, with their respective 117 and 116, will be starting from the 8th and 7th positions. Victor, AJV, and Gluten are close competitors, and both clocked in at 115. Second row holds Carnivore with 114 and Lord Dog with 115, while Team Starstruck's Jan Kirsten secured the front row with a remarkable lap of 113 and Puff with 114. It's now time to focus on the starting line. The lights are on. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the green light, and they're off. The race is underway with an exhilarating start. Lord Dog start could have been better, but Team Starstruck is holding their ground. Victor and Scotty are making strategic moves, cutting through the pack. Victor has taken the lead, giving Starstruck's cars a run for their money.
I gave the position back to the two guys, but I got rammed off.
Scotty is not far behind, having advanced to 4th. There's plenty of action as several drivers go off into the runoff. This will cost them dearly. The Aries and Starstruck cars continue their anticipated duel. The first lap is now behind us. Puff leads, followed closely by Jan Kirsten and Victor. Scotty and Lord Dog chasing them down. Scotty's progress has been impressive. As you can see, the race is in full swing, filled with strategic maneuvers and electrifying overtakes. Stay tuned, and we will continue to bring live commentary to this historic race. The race is in full throttle now, brimming with tactical plays and pulse-pounding overtakes. Stay tuned, folks, as we keep bringing you real-time coverage of this historic event.
Come on, Victor. You're coming with me, Victor.
Wow! We just witnessed an audacious inside move. The Aries cars are now engaged in a fierce battle with the Starstruck team for leading positions. They're clearly aiming for podium finishes today. Lord Dog is giving a commendable performance, proving his worth in this race. Observing the Aries team, they seem to be working in harmony. Scotty's gone a bit wide, but he's maintaining position behind his teammate. Further down, BD108 is making his moves, rising from last place and overtaking the other competitors. BD108 is a tough adversary, as is Gluten, who needs to push hard to get back into a better position.
Oh, shit.
In a surprising twist, a position is lost due to a poorly timed move. As we switch to an aerial view, the drama amplifies. We're witnessing expert maneuvers from Scotty, BD108, and Lord Dog, ratcheting up the pressure. Carnivore, the architect of this circuit, is eager to claw his way back. As we kick off the new lap, Jan Kirsten leads, trailed by Victor, Puff. Gluten, who's been making significant strides, ascends to fourth. Scotty and BD108 are neck and neck as they cross the line, contesting the pivotal sixth place. They're closely pursued by Lord Dog. Meanwhile, further down, El Guacho and Carnivore are in a thrilling fight to claw back up. They could make gains once the pit stop cycle begins. Scotty manages to slip past Lord Dog, who seems to have misjudged the corner. The race continues to intensify. Jan Kirsten leads, closely followed by his teammate Puff. It looks like Victor and Gluten are locked in a fierce battle for third. Gluten, who has risen from the back of the pack, now has his sights set on a podium finish, displaying his awe-inspiring race skills. Jan Kirsten is steadily maintaining a healthy lead, showcasing the pace that clinched him the title of fastest qualifier. As we are moving to the next sector, we are witnessing Gluten executing a deft overtaking move on Victor, now threatening Puff's second place. The stage is set for an epic showdown in the remaining laps. Victor, a previous champion in France, now finds himself defending against the mighty Team Starstruck. Team leader Gluten, despite not racing for Starstruck in this race, is playing the rear guard role, but is still battling hard for a podium spot. Puff continues to masterfully navigate this track, stringing together clean laps while Victor appears to be pushing the envelope, a trait quite expected in such a high-stakes race. After rectifying an earlier error, Victor is inching closer. As they hit the faster straight sections, Puff negotiates the corner and sails past the final one, wrapping up this lap. Meanwhile, Sadakino is pulling out all the stops to join the top 5 skirmish. His crosshairs are set on Victor, but a slight miscalculation could cost him precious time, especially with BD108, a daunting competitor, closing the gap, and Scotty right on his tail.
Puff, I'm coming up, just saying, so you can...
We see brilliant moves by Scotty, BD108, and Lord Dog as the competition intensifies. Carnivore, the creator of this circuit, is looking to recover his standing. Team Starstruck's aim is clear. They want both Starstruck cars and Gluten's car to secure the top spots. As you can see, Puff is managing the track admirably, executing clean laps, while Victor seems to be a little more aggressive, a characteristic to be expected in this high-stakes race. After recovering from an earlier mistake, Victor is catching up. As we approach the fast straight sections, Puff rounds the second last corner, then exits the last, finishing this lap of the race. Meanwhile, Sudakino is pushing hard to join the top 5 battle. His aim is Victor, but a slight misjudgment could cost him time, especially with BD-108, a formidable opponent closing in with Scotty behind him. Remember, Scotty made an impressive recovery from 10th place to battle for 4th. And so the race continues, with competitors maintaining their positions. In the upcoming straight sections, it's less about overtaking and more about who can maintain the pace after a good corner exit. Scotty is now trying to close in on Sadakino, who seems to be holding pace remarkably well. In the lead, Jan Kirsten continues to dominate with an impressively strong position. Carnivore, lagging behind, needs nothing short of a miracle to recover. He faces the very real threat of being lapped by Jan Kirsten. That could be a very alarming development. Concurrently, we just witnessed a mistake by Scotty, with both El Huacho and BD-108 in close pursuit. Currently, despite these setbacks, Scotty has clearly improved his racecraft since his last televised outings. More seat time in the car has done wonders. In another thrilling development, Gluten has managed to overtake Puff, going around the Starstruck car. Although the team's dream is a Starstruck 1-2, Gluten is not holding back. As a highly skilled driver, he is not going to miss an opportunity for a higher position. The race continues to offer thrilling twists and turns at every corner. And so the competition intensifies as Scotty and Lord Dog grapple for positions, with BD-108 falling slightly back, possibly due to missing the apex on several corners under pressure. Meanwhile, Carnivore, after a brief off-track excursion, is back in the race, putting up a challenge to others. Ooh, unfortunately, Carnivore slips again, allowing BD-108 to maintain his lead. Consequently, El Huacho finds himself in the less desirable last place, starting the next lap. And so as this 20-lap race advances, Lord Dog strives to close in on Scotty, patiently waiting for a misstep from his competitor. Scotty, having shown noticeable improvement since his last race, engages in an enthralling battle with Lord Dog, who managed to overtake Scotty with a smart inside line maneuver. Scotty, determined to regain his position, clings onto Lord Dog, hoping to make a move on the straights. The pit window is nearing, where teams must make strategic decisions about when to pit their cars. Leaders will want to pit efficiently to retain their advantage. In the midst of all of this, we see the first car, Sadakino, heading into the pits for refueling, marking the beginning of the pit stops.
Oh, that's Sotakino in the pits, I think. We've got the first refueler.
Oh my god, the lag. No, the lag, there was a massive lag spike.
There's a slight glitch in the system causing a lag spike, which is concerning for the drivers. Nevertheless, the race is carrying on with a fascinating duel between Scotty and Lord, both swapping positions repeatedly. This intense, clean contest offers quite the spectacle. As they vie for fewer mistakes and more speed, Scotty follows Victor into the pits, a crucial move that could push both Aries cars down in the rankings. Oh no, disaster strikes. Victor has had an accident colliding with the lighting gantry. This race is definitely far from over, with thrilling twists and turns at every corner. And as you can see, the competition has taken an unexpected turn as Victor has collided with the lighting gantry, leading to the safety car's deployment. The timing couldn't be worse for Scotty and Victor, who have just entered the pits. While Victor suffers no damage to his car, the safety car's appearance means that the other teams can pit without losing positions, complicating the scenario for both Scotty and Victor. And here's a replay, showing Victor refueling his car, Scotty entering the pit. As Victor takes off, he collides with the gantry, but his car remains undamaged. The incident, however, sparks a bit of chaos on the track, with racers trying to maintain order behind the safety car. Gluten leads the pack, followed by Victor and the two Starstruck cars, and then Carnivore. As racers try to get back in order before and during the pit stops, the grid reshuffles, causing a bit of confusion. Amidst the chaos, we know Lord Dog is nudging Puff off, signaling the intense competition on the field. You can see the safety car continues its course while the racers try to account for each other's moves, resulting in a few bumps and scrapes. Lord Dog, who has not been pitted yet, holds an advantageous position. However, BD108's car just disappeared suddenly, which could result in him finishing last, unless there's another safety car intervention, which is probably highly unlikely. Alright, looks like the safety car is preparing to come in, and tension is mounting on the track. Oh, and look at that, another incident between Carnivore and Scotty.
I got completely taken out.
Scotty was pushed into the barrier, putting him in a difficult position.
constantly.
Car's gone. My car's currently under the mat. Oh my god.
Looks like the safety car has come in, and the restart witnesses yet more chaos, with cars already jostling for positions. A surprise twist, El Guacho making up positions while Scotty pulls off a fantastic move on him. This restart proves to be a blessing for Carnivore, who manages to secure a good position. As you can see, this race is continuing with high stakes, and with all the unexpected events, it is keeping everyone at the edge of their seats. It looks like Puff is starting to climb back through the field, capitalizing on the mistakes of others, demonstrating some excellent racing. Gluten currently leads the pack, followed by Jan Kirsten. From Starstruck, Victor from Aries team finds himself with the burden of his entire team's expectations, while Scotty is trying to support his team from the 8th position. Alright, looks like Lord Dog is entering the pits, and both Carnival and Scotty manage to get ahead. Scotty positions himself in the 7th place and is now close enough to launch an attack on Carnivore. He secures the inside line and looks like he's getting ahead of Carnivore. And now Scotty can assume the supportive role for Victor. It looks like Puff has managed to climb back into 4th place, and it looks like his eyes are on Sadakino next. We are now in the final phase of the race, where every racer is trying to secure a good finishing position. And it looks like there is another incident involving Victor, but it doesn't seem to slow Puff down, who manages to get ahead. Meanwhile, a leg spike seems to be causing Victor to spin off and Puff to veer off into the wall slightly. Scotty tries to keep up with his teammate Victor and acts as a rear guard, protecting Victor from any potential threats from behind him. And it looks like after a brief disappearance, BD108 is back on the track, but he is several laps down now and is unlikely to finish with the others. In the meantime, Puff is closing on Sadakino and looks poised to launch an attack. And look at this, an intense battle unfolding between Puff and Sadakino. The latter tries his best to defend off Puff, who has an advantage of the inside line. And as they both accelerate onto the straight, it becomes a matter of who breaks first into the first corner. And there you go, Puff skillfully brakes, managing to overtake Sadakino with a technically impressive move, thereby altering the order of the Starstruck team. Sadakino, however, isn't giving up yet, and he continues to strive to regain his position from Puff. The competition continues, keeping us at the edge of our seats. And here he comes again. Jan Kirsten takes the lead, demonstrating his superior driving skills. A small luck up from Gluten gives Puff and Sadakino a chance to overtake. Gluten swiftly recovers and re-overtakes Puff, creating an intense battle right in front of us. Young Kirsten goes wide, but remains far enough ahead not to lose his position. A smart move from Puff sees him shoot through the inside, forcing Sadakino wide. As a result, it's Starstruck 1-2 with Gluten in P3. A win for Team Starstruck at this significant venue would indeed be an impressive event. And look at this, Gluten executes a remarkable launch, indicating that Sadakino may have given up his position due to an illegal overtake. Victor, not ready to surrender his position, is involved in an incident with Puff. And it looks like a curious contact incident between Victor and Puff incites controversy. At first glance, it seems that Puff might be at fault, but upon reviewing Puff's footage, it appears more like a racing incident. Neither driver seems to be significantly at fault.
Is that Sotakino going slowly?
And there you go, the incident has resulted in a yellow flag, providing relief for Scotty, who had Sadakino pressuring him from behind. However, as this is the last lap, the race ends under a yellow flag. This last-minute drama leads to Puff retiring from the race. And so the race ends under full course yellow with Jan Kirsten taking the win. Despite the obstacles of the cars in the middle of the track, all the drivers maintain their positions, making for a dramatic finish. Gluten, Victor, Scotty also cross the finish line, while Sadakino falls back due to the previous incident. The race directors are watching from the tower as the final positions settle, and despite being in last place for much of the race, Carnivore manages to come back to 6th place, proving that the safety car intervention was nothing short of a miracle for him. His comeback performance is a testament to his resilience and determination, closing off an intense and unpredictable race. And so the race concludes with El Guacho, who, despite this being his first race in Formula, performs admirably and finishes ahead of Lord Dog and BD108. BD108, however, is still lapped down, and although he crosses the line after Lord Dog, he still has another lap to complete before the race is officially over. And here we are, folks, a podium celebration, marking an ecstatic day for Team Starstruck. The top 3 finishers are Starstruck P1, Dethroned P2, and Aries P3. A great result for all. The driver of the day goes to Gluten in his recognition for an impressive drive from the back of the grid to finishing in P2. As all drivers apart from BD108 and Puff have now finished, the race concludes, and we look forward to the next event. And thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.